Welcome to the Idaho Business Podcast, the only Idaho podcast focused on providing profits for Idaho people. If you love our state and love small business, you are in the right place. We interview local legends, learn business, and have way too much fun doing it. You're listening to the Idaho Business Podcast with your friend, host, and all-around great guy and owner of New Clean Commercial Cleaning, Spencer Ward.
All right, everyone, welcome back to another episode. It's a new year, new goals, new drive. Everyone's just ready to and geared up for the new year. I'm hoping I'm not speaking for you, but I hope I am at the same time. I'm hoping you are ramped up and you have that new excitement within you to accomplish some good things this year. And if you are down, maybe feeling down in the dumps and maybe 2022 didn't go quite your way. I know it wasn't my best year. Know that 2022 doesn't have to define you. But before we get too far into it, we are sponsored by New Clean Commercial Cleaning. If you give them a call at 208-254-7070 and mention that you heard about them on the podcast, they will give you a free office sterilization spray with their electrostatic sterilization guns that will help reset your facility, especially during cold and flu season. We know that helps keep employees at work. So give them a call, and no strings attached to that. That's just your podcast offer. So, thinking about the episode today, I joined a new group. I joined a group. The guy's named Carl Allen, and guy's brilliant guy, and he's given us some reading assignments, and some different things to do and to watch and to listen to. And on top of some reading I've been doing, he actually assigned us to watch the movie, The Pursuit of Happyness. And I've watched that movie before, years ago. I think it came out, I believe, 2006. And, I watched it years and years ago. So I remember it was a good show, kind of a tearjerker at moments. And since then, things have happened, life's happened, businesses have been started, things are different. So, put the kids to bed, played with them, wrestled with them. Wife was doing her art, and I decided, you know what, I've got some time. Let's watch The Pursuit of Happyness last night. So I watched it, and obviously, I'm still jazzed up, ready to go forth in 2023 and make this a banner year for me and for my businesses. And even though 2022 was not the best year, and I will tell you right now, people, I'm going to assign this to all my listeners right now. Go find yourself some time within the next couple days or even this upcoming week, or find yourself some time this weekend. Go find yourself on one of your streaming services and stream Pursuit of Happyness, and be reminded of why you're in business, why you're hustling right now, why you're doing what you're doing. Because no matter where you're at, you will feel the inner drive within you, knowing that if this guy can do what he's doing, being a single father, and I don't want to ruin it for those who haven't watched it, and having to support this little toddler that he's got around, and trying to create a new career for himself, and to experiencing bouts of homelessness and only having $5 in his pocket, or $2 in his bank account, times like that. Yeah, and it gives you wow, it gives you some perspective of where you are in your life. Not saying that none of us have ever been there, because I'm sure many of us, as we've started our businesses, we felt like we've been there, or we actually have been there. I know when I was starting my business, I remember, things were just not going well, and I took a couple of months for me to actually get paid by my first client. And I remember thinking, geez, if one more thing comes out of my account, like it's gonna bottom out, and it's gonna bottom out hard. So I understand the feeling, let alone, and at that time I actually had a toddler and I had a wife to support and all that kind of stuff. So it does bring you kind of back to where you were at, and helps you to realize, where you're at right now and the things you're dealing with right now, even though sometimes aren't the funnest to deal with, aren't as bad compared to what other people have to deal with. And you, at certain points, if you're a few years, or if you're past the entry levels of your business, and you're just dealing with some little heartache, but you're still, able to, make your bills and all that kind of stuff, you're so much further ahead than some of these other people. So take some encouragement from this film. I would definitely go and watch it. It was just a good one. He said something last night. His son got a brand new basketball for his birthday, and he was playing basketball, and his son was like, "I'm going to go pro, Dad. I'm going to go pro." And his dad's like, "You probably won't, because, you're going to probably take after me, and I wasn't the best basketball player." And his dad was actually, of course, having a bad day because he was experiencing some really severe things he was dealing with. And his son stopped playing basketball, and he just threw his basketball. It was really discouraging. No, he didn't throw it. He actually went and just put it in his bag, little grocery bag, little plastic grocery bag, and just walked away. And obviously his dad realized what he'd done, what kind of influence he had on his son at that point. And went over to his son, he said, "Don't ever let somebody tell you can't do something, not even me." And he said, "All right." And his son said, "Okay." And he said, "You've got a dream. You got to protect it. People can't do something themselves. They want to tell you can't do it. If you want something, go get it, period." And you see that in your own lives, as you're trying to do something different, as you're trying to start something new, it's a new business, or, hey, I've got this business running over here, I'm going to invest myself, and I'm going to do this with this portion of my life. People that maybe aren't within your direct circle of influence, and maybe if they are in your direct circle of influence, maybe they should be in your direct circle of influence, will sometimes tell you you're not going to be able to do that. That's crazy talk. Why are you doing that? Why are you spending that kind of money? Why, you're insane. But it's because they don't want to do that. They can't do that. I won't say they can't do that, but they don't want to do that. They don't believe in themselves. They can't do that. So they automatically just want to tell you that you can't. And that's not who you want to surround yourself with. So what I'm getting at is, just like, Christopher Gardner in this movie, which this movie is based off a true character, Christopher Gardner. He saw the errors in his ways, and then went back and talked to his son, what we just got done talking about. But surround yourself with people that believe in you and believe in your understanding that, hey, you can accomplish anything you put your mind to. And that's what you're trying to do. So going forward, guys and gals, watch this show, go believe in yourselves. whatever you're going through, just know someone's had it harder, someone's gone through it tougher, and know that whatever you're going through, you can get through it. I'm a firm believer in that. There's things that we've all been against, and that rock in a hard place, and there's always an opportunity for you to get creative and to buckle down and to work hard and find a way out. So go out there, pursue your happiness. I think there was a quote. I'll kind of end with this. This is actually from the real life Chris Gardner, and he said this: the first and most important decision that I ever made in my life was that my children would never know that that my children would always know who their father was without knowing the names, circumstances, social conditions. I consciously chose to break every cycle that I was born into: child abandonment, child abuse, alcoholism, domestic violence, fear, poverty, illiteracy. The second most important decision that I ever made in my life was that I would become world-class as whatever I did in my life. This decision led me to a career at Wall Street. In fact, 30 years in the financial services industry, and wouldn't trade a day of it for anything in the world. So that tells you right there, guys. Have that type of mentality. No matter where you are in your life at this point, just know, there's always a way out of your circumstances by changing your mindset, putting your mind and your body in the right. Wow, if I could actually keep my train of thought today, in the right direction, and pursue that happiness and pursue that goal, you'll be unstoppable. So I know that, and I know you guys can go out there and crush it. So go out and chase your dreams and enjoy the happiness in the journey. It's not a destination. You got to find it in the journey. So go out there and kill it this week. Stay away from those people that just want to bring you down. And if you have those people in your immediate circles, that say you can't do things, kick them out of your circles. They don't need to be there. So until then, you guys have a fantastic week. Go out there and thrive. Adios.
Congratulations on spending a couple of minutes getting a little bit smarter, having some fun, and supporting the Idaho business community. If you're feeling the love, make sure to subscribe, rate, and review on iTunes, Stitcher, or wherever you are.